But just take a look at this.
When someone mentions Resident Evil, I know we're all thinking the same thing.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
Really? I'm the only one? Damn it! Well, in any case, I'm a fan of the series, so when I heard about 5, I got pumped! So it came out, I played it, and... bleh? Resident Evil 5 is good, even a great game, but there are certain gameplay elements in this game that really make me shake my head a bit, and I feel like in certain areas it definitely could have been a bit better. But with that in mind, let's get into my review. Resident Evil 5 stars Chris Redfield, and holy shit, someone went crazy with those steroids. Well, I'll talk about that later, I guess. He teams up with a new partner named Sheva as a part of a group that wants to apprehend a fellow before he can sell a bioorganic weapon on the black market. Yays! Shortly afterwards, all sorts of shit hits the fan. Now, the line between that shit and me spoiling something is very, very thin, and at the risk of being flamed, I'm gonna be vague. Go me! Now, I think, all in all, the story is decent. To me, it seemed almost like one of those big-budget movies. Ew, no, not those, fuck you! It had a lot of cool moments, and for what it was, I enjoyed it. Is it the best plot in the series? I don't really have a clue. I didn't enjoy it as much as Resident Evil 4's story, as basic as that story was. But, then again, I do prefer Leon over Chris as a main character. Suck it, fanboys. All in all, though, the story was decent. Ah yes, the gameplay, the meat of any game. Resident Evil 5 is an action/survival horror game. Now, how the game is played seems to have been literally copied and pasted right from Resident Evil 4, and I can't complain much considering I really liked Resident Evil 4, but well, we'll talk about my problems with that in a sec. Your main objective in the game is to go from area to area killing those zombies. Oh, wait, they're not zombies, but they totally should be zombies. And aside from them, you also kill bosses and doggies, and I know what you're thinking, don't kill the doggies or Peter's gonna get all huffy, but that's okay. They were asking for it. They're like zombie dogs. Cool your jets. Now you have a large assortment of weapons to choose from, and they're all fully upgradable, so you can improve the badassness of them, and that's always nice. There didn't seem to be a ton of variety between the different levels, like, not really any puzzle solving that anyone over the age of 3 could do, but it was fun. Now, although the gameplay is essentially just like Resident Evil 4, there is one huge change. The game is co-op, and no, it's not a glorified escort mission. They give this partner a gun. Now, in theory, co-op is great when you play it with a friend. But if you're like me, and you're the kind of guy who likes to just solo games, you'll be stuck with the AI-controlled partner, and, well, the AI is stupid. They constantly use healing items when you don't want them to, or they'll give you shit you don't want, like ammo that you don't need, or they just run out into danger just for kicks. The co-op wasn't necessarily bad, but I honestly didn't enjoy it that much. But aside from the single-player mode, you also have Mercenaries mode and Versus. Versus I won't talk about because I will not be swindled by Capcom into buying that. Yeah, I didn't say that. In Mercenaries, you can pick from a few different characters, and you basically just fight enemies in a level until time runs out, your main objective being to rack up a lot of points. This game mode is pretty fun too, and was also in Resident Evil 4, and it's even fun with other people, so I'm glad it's in the game. Now, overall, I liked the gameplay. I had fun playing through the game, but of course, I have issues. Now, I already talked about the co-op thing, so let's talk about some other stuff, and it's more or less just one thing. Now, as I said already, the gameplay is lifted directly from Resident Evil 4, and that's fine, but there's something about the gameplay style of Resident Evil 4 that I don't think works well in this game. You see, at times, it's just plain awkward. You can't run or even walk while shooting, there's no cover system, and there's QuickTime events! Okay, well, maybe QuickTime events aren't really the issue here, but I still fucking hate QuickTime events. But in all seriousness, some of this stuff really annoyed me sometimes. Now, I don't want this series to copy Gears of War per se, but I feel like maybe adopting some of these innovations made to the genre would be a great idea for future titles in the series. Shooting while walking, maybe? I like that idea. All in all, the gameplay was good, even great at times, but it just had a few little things that bugged me. I can honestly say, though, that these little things didn't ruin the game for me or make it non-enjoyable, because I did have fun playing through it. Resident Evil 5 is absolutely gorgeous, and that's no understatement. The characters look fantastic, and they all animate really well to boot. The areas look really good too, although I won't lie, they need some color. I can only see so much gray and brown before I start to get really pissed off. The character design was standard, but I have to bring something up, mostly because people get all riled up and pissed whenever I talk about this. What the hell happened to Chris? Someone totally hooked him up with some serious steroidage. I mean, how the hell did he go from this to this? Yeah, that's creepy. But with that said, the graphics were great. On the sound side of things, it was sufficient. The voice acting was good, and no, not that really bad kind of good. It was actually good, which kind of makes me sad because I miss it when it used to be hilariously bad.
Here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Yeah! She unlocks stuff! Get it? I don't. The music, on the other hand, was good. It provided a nice atmosphere to the game, which made certain portions of the game more creepy-ish. That's a word. Or something. Granted, it's not as creepy or scary as previous titles, in my opinion. All in all, though, the presentation was great. Resident Evil 5 is a great game. I know I had some issues with it, but I did really have fun with the game. So much so that I started another playthrough on a higher difficulty with a Magnum that has infinite ammo. Oh, the fun I can have with infinite ammo in a Magnum. Now, if you really like the fourth installment in the series, like me, you'll probably enjoy this game. It's not perfect, but it is fun, not to mention you can get it used for like $17 or something like that. I don't know. In any case, Resident Evil 5 gets a 4 out of 5.
He'd lead us to Wesker.
Stop it! Don't open that door!
What is it?
Wesker!
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.